Stadium, home of the Arkansas Razorbacks. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the UCF Knights, taking on a team that ranks in the top 5 in this conference, the Arkansas Razorbacks. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Knights will kick it away to start us off. He'll bring it out. It's Green. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So Arkansas's offense takes the field to start this game off. Let's take a quick second to call out some of the impact players their coaches mentioned in meetings this week. Anything you guys heard that really resonated with you?
Yeah, I love when coaches talk about guys that bring it every single day. Like, that we can depend on them. They can get other guys lined up. They're always motivated. They're always being a great teammate. These are the guys that coaches love.
And big-time players make big plays.
Oh, he's got some space. Using the pads, using the stiff arm, using all kind of strength to get it across the 25 to the 26. On 3rd and short, the run and looking for the first down. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. The Razorbacks will line it up on 1st and 10. They'll send the tight end in motion. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The give to the single back. Got the first down and more. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Razorbacks are on the move. They'll leave it with him. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. The Razorbacks kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Grabbed behind the line, it's Brown. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play. Dropping back, it's Green. Pulls it in, it's Washington. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Razorbacks will hustle to the line. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Looking for the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Arkansas!
Well, you know this offensive coordinator scripts his opening 10-15 plays, and he didn't even need that. They went 9 plays and scored a touchdown. Everything working perfectly. They look like a well-oiled machine early in this game offensively.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. They put together an 81-yard drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. So the UCF Knights offense will go to work for the first time. And they are coming off a sensational performance led by this quarterback who's hoping he can build on things, Jesse.
Well, I know, having played the position, when you have a big game, you just can't wait to get back out there again and build on that performance. David, last time out, he was making the right reads. He showed off his arm talent. He had this offense moving up and down the field and finding the end zone, and you know he's excited to take on this defense today.
Yeah, and talking to the defensive coordinators coming to this football game, like, they're not going to do what happened last week. Like, you can't sit back and make the coverages easy for him to diagnose. He'll pick you apart like he did last week. Look for some change-ups and some curveballs for this defense.
And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this first quarter. They'll keep it on the ground. Breaks into the open. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've reached the brink. Arkansas has the lead. And we've reached the end of one. Before we move on, let's take a look at our stats so far. opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work. Rides the back and leaves it. And that's a very productive first down play and bringing up 2nd and 3. Wide receiver going in motion. Caught behind the line. It's Wade. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. Jackson gonna throw it. A shot toward the end zone. Touchdown, UCF! They went for it all, and it paid off with the score.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing him go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
The extra point here would tie the game. And he tacked on the extra point. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. What a good mix of plays, keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
They'll put it in play from the 41 on first down. Looking to throw on first down. Oh, what a play! It's intercepted. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB, making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Motion from the wideout. Pulls and fires complete to the right. Caught, and he's close to a first down on the nice pickup there. We'll take a quick break here. 2 minutes to play in the first half. The Knights can really attack on this 2nd and short. Jackson will throw. Makes the grab. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Got it in the middle, it's Wade. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. Gets it out fast. There he goes. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. A first down run on the doorstep. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He's got it on the move, and he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Knights! They score for the big fella here. Why are tight ends so effective in the red zone?
Well, these aren't the guys that are going to burn by you and go for 70 most of the time, but when you can use their big-bodied frames, threaten them to run the football and be a blocker in the running game, and now you slip them in the secondary, make that big play.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Guys, it is now a final in the Big Ten, and a game I think a lot of folks will want to see. Minnesota was able to come away with the victory, but it was not the type of dominant win we've seen from the Gophers over the years. A win, yes, but this one lacked style points.
He lets it fly.
No cupcakes this week, fellas. This Big Ten battle was much anticipated, and at least one side can say it's a game they'll savor for some time.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Pulls it in. It's Hill. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. To the air, it's Green. Makes the grab. And they'll stop him just short of the first down, just inches away from moving the sticks. He's going to look for a man on 3rd and short. He's going to run it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Bringing the heat. And the ball's out, and they're after it. Defense grabs the football, and there he goes. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Wade. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. And as the clock is winding down here in the first half, they'll send out the field goal team. What an absolute howitzer he unleashed off his foot. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling an intriguing one so far in Fayetteville. And we'd be remiss if we didn't start this halftime report by giving props to this superstar tight end. He's been almost, you know what, check that. He has been unguardable with that unusual blend of speed, size, hands, and route running. He is a pick-your-poison kind of player. With that said, let's send it back to the guys at Razorback Stadium.
The Razorbacks will line up to kick off and start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
Makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
This is exactly what we talked about at halftime. This defense, they have to get to the quarterback to get back into this football game. Make life hard, get some sacks, make some good momentum.
The Knights will try to pin them back with the punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Gets his first one of the day away, and that matches his total from that victory last week. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't give him any room to set up a big return. And Arkansas ready to send out this offense. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
And the Razorbacks want to pick up the tempo. To throw, it's Green. Grabs it in the middle. Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. Just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
He's brought down just running hard in the red zone, and he'll be just a few inches short. The Razorbacks come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. Had to get rid of it quickly. He just tossed that one out of bounds. You avoid the sack, you avoid the turnover. You've got more plays here on third down. Tries to surge ahead on the sneak.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Intercepted. All down at the 31-yard line, and that's where this offense will go to work.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his 2nd interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those 2 interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. Motion from the wide receiver. And those two couldn't make the connection. It's an incomplete pass. Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. Off play action. That's caught. It's Fox. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. And a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Quick strike complete. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. Jackson gonna throw it. Pocket breaking down. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. You'd think they would have had a good chance to down that one deep, but the bounce carries it into the end zone for the touchback. They're looking for an advantage in the running game to the right. Didn't get much done on that run. He'll fight his way out and maybe pick up a yard. Looking to fire. Grabbed over the middle. It's Brown. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. And the Razorbacks want to crank their tempo. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. That's caught. It's Washington. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Razorbacks have it with a 1st and 10.
This is the moment for this offense to put a drive together. It doesn't matter what's happened up to the point of this game, but you're trailing right now. You've got to put some points up on the board. This is where all 11 guys need to be playing together as one.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Fires left. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Down to the 48-yard line as he takes it away and takes it back to set up his offense.
And I love this defense understanding situational football. You got the lead in the 4th quarter, getting your nickel packages. You know the pass is coming, and the execution was great.
Yeah, they thrive on takeaways, and they love to get into games late with the lead because one of the strengths of their entire team is their secondary, and you saw it there. In nickel, they're able to come away with the pick, and it's looking like they're going to be able to seal this game.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Jackson will throw. Get it out on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. The Knights will send out the punt unit. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The Hogs send that offense back onto the field. Got it in the middle. It's Blake. Stopped after a good pickup, and he'll be just a tad short of the 1st down.
You just get the feeling this defense is going to make it hard on them, right? They've got the lead. It's late, and they're going to try to tackle everybody inbounds. Offense is going to have to really work for this and be smart. You got to attack the sidelines. You got to throw 1st downs. You got to keep this thing moving vertically down the field.
2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. To the air on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. Just a short return, but that would have been icing on the cake. They've got it 1st down at the 42.
And that's kind of what this offense has done all day. They have struggled. They haven't gotten a rhythm. They haven't found a way to get points on the scoreboard. And late in this game, when your defense and your team really needed it the most, Palmer, they throw the INT.
And it's a microcosm, too, of just how dominant the defense has been. They've always been a step ahead. They've been the more physical side, and they've been making plays on the back end. That interception should seal this thing.
Caught in the backfield, it's Thomas. Smashes through the tackle. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And the quarterback takes a knee. Sometimes it's just not your day. Things just didn't work, and that seemed to be the case here.
Yeah, they didn't get the W. They didn't do enough. But now you start to think about what could I have done differently? What do I need to become more offensively? Defensively, what can I morph into to make those extra plays, Jesse? That might be the difference in the next game that I play.
Yeah, David, they just need a little bit more. They need a little bit better effort next week. They're going to need better preparation this week in practice. There's no doubt this team has a lot of talent, but we just need a little bit more to ensure that this doesn't happen next week again.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports.